Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be the series finale for our Beat the Creek series, video 3 of 3. As most of you, I'm sure, are aware that have seen anything from Beat the Creek 2025, it rained like crazy on Saturday. I'm not even really sure what happened on Sunday as far as the weather goes because we bolted Saturday afternoon. But if you haven't already seen the first 2 videos from this series, go check them out. I'll leave a link below in the description so you guys can check those out. But just kind of like the other videos, I kind of didn't film these as well as I would have liked to have because of the rain and all of the weather that we were having to deal with, and this was our first experience. So I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this. We're going to start off with where we left off in part 2 when we left Beat the Barn, Trail 4. We headed over and we kind of sprinted over to the Hard Part Crawlers booth. One other thing I forgot to mention is that my cousin Riley decided last second that he was going to do the Hard Part Crawlers 24 scale competition, and he didn't bring a rig for the minis, and I had a couple rigs that I brought with me in my backpack up to the competition. I drove my Penguin, which was the V2 Comp Crawlers Penguin chassis kit. He decided that he was going to run my Penguin chassis that was the rat body, which I had just finished putting together the night before we left for Beat the Creek. I hadn't tuned it whatsoever, hadn't driven it whatsoever. I literally just put it together, knew that everything turned on and worked, and hadn't driven it at all. So he went out and he ran it on the course and absolutely slayed it. You're gonna see that in the video today. So just know that when you see him running the purple Enduro Bug, that thing had not been tuned at all, and he had 0 experience with it, and he just did so stinking good. Now, when it came down to after that run, he was in first place. He was leading for the scoring and the time. Then he had to go and do the little corn pit, which was like their little mud pit, where you have to go up and over some water bottles that are inside a little pool raft that was filled with corn kernels, and he didn't do as good in that section, which ended up resulting him not winning or being on the podium. So he still did a phenomenal job. So I wanted to make sure that that was made known when you guys see that section of clips. And then we headed over to Trail 10, which is the Extreme Creek. And I don't have a ton of footage from that trail itself, but it was epic. It was so insane. That trail was exactly what they called it, extreme. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We didn't have a lot of batteries for the 10 scales left that were charged up without having to charge them and wait for them. So we headed out with what we did have charged up, which was the Helamon and the Honcho 6 scale, and Trail 10 was a good one for that. So Travis, my buddy that was with us, he had to just kind of endure the conditions, and he, hat off to him because he did that trail with a 10 scale like it was nobody's business. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and we'll catch you back at the end.
Oh no, not
Steer.
again. I mean, it's not like a big score. Try to follow it. Of course you clean. I didn't see one in the back tire. Get 5 seconds.
They're a little longer than they look like. All right, that's it.
Oh boy. You got lucky.
This
Jiggle.
This course is challenging. Yeah. Man, I think it's hard to do this course without a reverse. It shouldn't be done. I definitely need more practice.
Back it up and down. Keep it straight, it'll go. Yeah, just keep it straight. Go. There you go. Back up, back up. Go. Take your time. Yeah, get in that groove. Turn down, driver. Or passenger. Sorry. Driver. You're through. Hey, what's going on, guys? I know this has been an absolutely terrible video because it has been non-stop rain, and we're just trying to do what we can do. So we're embracing the wetness. It is what it is. But however, we're still trying to keep our stuff somewhat dry and somewhat cleanish as we're about to go down that. So we are here Saturday afternoon. I don't know, what time is it? 3:47. Riley's here with us now, my cousin Riley, and Travis is here with me still. All right, so we have my brand new Helamon from Axial. We have Travis's Axial SCX-10 2, and we have my SCX-6 Honcho that Riley's driving. I'm driving the Helamon. Travis is driving the 10-2. So let's see what Trail 10 is. So Trail 10 is supposed to be what, Extreme Creek? Yeah. There's only, what was there, probably 4 or 5 total trails that 6 scale was allowed on. So with batteries, I've got plenty of 6 scale batteries, and I've got 2 that I haven't used for the Helamon. So that's kind of what we're at with right now, so I don't have to charge batteries. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to hit up trails that we can use 6 scale on and the Helamon. So we're doing 10, which is the Extreme Creek with all this rain. All right, check it out. Is that even an obstacle? It is so sick, man. Rear diff. Rear diff. Woohoo! Work that driver still. So you can get the sidewall. Good save, Crab. All right, so we finished, what was that, Trail 10, the Extreme Creek. By the way, this is Tyler, right? He's one of our buddies now here on the last trail. He's got this sweet little Toyota Vanquish that he just bought, and it looks so good. It still looks good. So we just finished the Extreme Creek. That was crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed that footage. We are now headed down Trail 9, and I think there's a good chance this could be our last trail. So let's enjoy it. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get to do Trail 9. We started going down the trail, and as we got about 3/4 of the way down to the creek itself, we had a couple guys that were coming back up, and they told us that it's not really passable. The creek was raging so much. They said you'd just be chasing your truck in the stream. So we didn't get to do Trail 9, unfortunately. So we turned back around, headed back for the Jeep, got everything packed up. The rain was relentless. It wasn't letting up. And we decided to make the decision to head back out and head back home for Michigan. So Travis and Riley and I got all of our stuff packed up, got the Jeep ready to go, and we headed north. We made a quick pit stop to Skyline for Travis's first time having some cheese conies. And then we made the struggle bus to get all the way back home to Michigan, because we didn't leave Beat the Creek until about just after 7 o'clock p.m. And it's about a 6.5 hour drive from there. I think it took us about 7 or so. So it was a late night, but unfortunately we didn't get to do Trail 9. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap on our Beat the Creek series videos. That whole event was absolutely insane. If you haven't had the chance to visit and attend a Beat the Creek event, put it on your calendar. Next year, it sounds like there might be tickets that have to be purchased online or reserved online ahead of time because of how many people showed up to the event. Regardless of the situation of why they had so many people, it was insane. The conditions were nuts. I know that next time, if they're calling for rain every single day, I may not show up, but if there's only a little bit of chance of rain, I'm definitely gonna come. And any other conditions, I'm definitely gonna come. So I didn't get to showcase a lot of the vendor area and everything else that Beat the Creek encompassed, but one thing I will mention and note, and I saw this several times leading up to attending the actual event itself, make sure that your rigs are waterproof or water resistant of some sort, and just know that you're going to have to go through and clean everything as soon as you get home. Or at least you're going to want to. I know several people that waited, and one of my trucks I waited a long time before I messed with it at all. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some shots, some photos of one of my rigs in particular. When we got back from Beat the Creek, we took the Gila through that extreme creek, and it was submerged in a lot of places, and there was so much water and so much mud. And I ended up taking that thing all apart, down to literally every last stinking screw. I had the axles completely apart, the transmission. I'm gonna show that right now in some of the photos. And everything within 2 days was starting to rust. So if I didn't tackle that project sooner, it could have got worse, and I would be looking at dealing with replacing parts because things would get seized up or just starting to wear, and it wouldn't be a good situation for the truck. So make sure that you have things together and ready and ordered, because I had to wait for Cower RC products to show up, figure out what products I wanted, and then wait for them to show up before I could finish cleaning everything out and get things re-greased. So make sure you do that. Do your homework before you go. Have your products ready to go. Have your cleaning stuff ready to go for when you get back, because if you take it in the creek, you're gonna end up having to take it apart and clean it up. So, or at least if you care about your trucks. I care about mine. I wanna keep them nice, keep them for a long time, be able to use them without having to replace parts all the time, just due to the sole purpose of them rusting and seizing up. So, yeah, Beat the Creek was awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this whole series. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.